Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show presented by Melhelm Ford. Morning, Josh.
Good morning.
It's sunny and 70, Josh, just not right here. It is sunny. We're far away from 70 degrees, though. But we are one every second, every minute,
One day
every
closer.
hour, every day. We're just a little closer to that warm weather that's coming, I promise. And I'm going to be a meteorologist today.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to predict.
You can do as good a job as anybody else.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't have any instruments, nothing I have to predict, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get 8 inches of snow by morning.
Whoa.
I'm going to be wrong. So anyway, no, this is the last day of the cold weather.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish. Under in the teens. See, I come to work today. It's 1 degree is what my truck showed. Okay, kill it.
It was -4 when I drove in this morning.
Mm-hmm. So I'm predicting this is the last day in the teens. Think I got it? Yes or no? Either I got it or I don't. What do you think? Oh, you're going to kill me, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh says
sorry.
no.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Who thinks this is the last day of the weather being in the teens? Let's have some chat lines coming up. It's supposed to be something about the automobile world, though, Josh, right?
It is.
But who cares? We got to have some fun, though, right? So, just so everybody put it on the record again, I hate cold weather. Hate it. Everybody says, we can put more clothes on. No, you can't. No, you can't. I can't anyway. I hate it. I hate being cold, but I'd much rather be sweating than freezing. Of course, when it's about 105, that's kind of miserable too. I get it. But I'd much rather be 105 than -5.
It's one of those things that you can't control at all or do anything about it. So you just
sure can't.
Just move on.
So hey, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, anything in the automobile world, racing, I don't care. Get on the phones. We'll get you a great price package valued over $205 for each and every caller, not chat line, caller. And as always, Josh, what are you going to give them in that package?
So we're going to mail it out to you, but it's going to consist of the works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products here. While we're performing that, we're also going to complete a multi-point inspection on that vehicle, checking over the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, all the safety-related components on it, just making sure that it's geared up and ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. You'll also receive yourself $10 to Mel's Diner, so you can get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us at the Big Corner. Complete nitrogen for your tires, so you get all the great benefits that nitrogen has to offer. And then a BG products package, which is going to consist of a can of MOA or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then 44K. We're going to switch that to 44K now. So,
okay.
And then again, just getting that vehicle geared up and ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving.
All right, let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673 right there at the bottom of your screen. And, of course, that comes to the front desk here at the dealership. Just tell the girls you want to get patched in the podcast, and we'll get a text. And hopefully, Josh and I'll see the text and not leave you hanging like we've done a few people.
That has happened, yeah.
Just a time or two. We get a little chit-chatty going on and everything else, too. So, anyway, love to hear from you. And the question on the day is this the last day in the teens?
I mean, I hope. I'm rooting for you. I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, I get it. Kind of.
So yeah, hopefully so.
Okay, Josh. It's been wild and crazy in the shop this week. I walk through and I see some of the things that are going on in there, and what we're doing and what we're fixing. And some part of me says thank you for doing that, customers. But the other part of it is man, what could we have saved? What could we have done? With a little pay me now.
Oh yeah, yeah. On the maintenance side of things,
I'm back there at those. I was back there last week, and come out of the race shop, and I look across there, and it's probably a 550, and the whole nose is off that truck. And I look in there, the tech's working on it, 2 brand new set of heads.
Yep.
And I said, "What in the world happened here?" And basically, the one of the rockers had broke, and then when he went to get the head off, all the exhaust manifold bolts were broke.
Yeah, so
couldn't get them out of the head, so we had to put 2 new heads on. And I said, "Well, how many miles on this truck?" 150. So now for a diesel, that's not many if you really think about it. It shouldn't be many. But I can promise you, looking at that truck, it was not maintained at all. It's just run and run and run until it stops.
Yeah, that so it had came in and it had multiple lines on the ticket when it was brought in. I mean, they essentially run that truck until it just absolutely had to go in for repair. And it's turned over to be I don't know, I think there was probably 28 lines of work on that truck, which is crazy.
28.
And it's definitely was one of the things that we tear into it, and okay, so it actually, so the rocker was one of the issues, or the main, I think that was the main reason. That was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back as to what got it here, because it was
or whatever.
because it wasn't running on all the cylinders. But then it had an exhaust leak, so there was already bolts broke on the exhaust manifold anyways, and that was one of the things that had to be addressed. And we were unable to extract the bolts from the cylinder, or out of the exhaust manifolds in the cylinder head. And so that was the purpose of replacing the heads. And you get into it, and the head bolts would not come out. They were seized in the head as well. And so it was definitely been a challenge, but 100%. I mean, there's so much of that part could have been avoided with better routine maintenance, addressing an issue when it's prevalent, and not just wait until you just absolutely have to do it.
Well, it's like the other day, Josh, you and I were coming down 235, and we passed another truck about the same size or whatever, and we could hear the rear end howling so bad inside our truck. And oh boy, just driving down the road 65 mile an hour, just letting her go.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, oh man, look at the damage that's going on there. Look what's happening there. If it's that loud that we can hear it inside our truck with the windows up, and it's just like we're next to it. It's how loud it was.
Well, and then I wonder, in a situation like that, maybe there's not even really anything mechanically wrong with it, but what's the fluid level like? Is it full? Does it have fluid limit? Is it leaking? You know what I'm saying? Is it
sounding, man? I don't know.
But at that point, you get too far into that deal and it's too late, right?
Yeah. So then think about how much a rear end to replace is on one of those trucks.
Yeah.
Instead of just simply, when you start hearing a little bit of noise, check it out, see what's going on. And, probably all that really probably was wrong with that truck. It's too late now, but it probably was just leaking and losing some fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's normal for one of those trucks to, you can't seal them things up tight forever. But again, for that thing to be running down the highway, howling like that, and the drivers just keep going from that part too. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, we're ready to hear from you. You got something you're going to pull up on the screen there, Josh?
Yeah. So I had something I was going to pull up, but I was going to shift gears because you're talking about, a fleet truck and just rolling on and going. I'll get this pulled up here, but this is a perfect example of somebody just running something until they can't anymore. So I'll get flipped over here. Let's see.
So Josh is going to pull some pictures up of some brakes is what I see over here.
Yeah. So this is.
You being all tech savvy today.
Yeah, easy. Okay. Well, let's see.
You had it there for a second.
Yeah, I was going to get it to where it showed. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do this.
As you can see, this is a brake rotor for those of you this is where when you step on your brake pedal, your two brake pads smash against this to slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
And those little gouges, as I call it in there, those are the fins that are to cool that rotor.
So this right here is the actual, the pad is completely missing off this, but this is the backing plate that, the pad sits on, but the pad's completely gone out of this deal. And it was strictly just running this metal to
metal
yeah,
on the rotor.
Metal to metal.
And it didn't make any noise, I'm sure.
Well, this is, it's 100% not something that didn't happen overnight.
No.
But
it had to be making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
When you step on the brake pedal, let alone the vibration that would have been causing.
So right here, you can see, this side here is what the thickness is supposed to look like. But then you look over here.
That one side's completely gone.
And it is completely gone.
So now what's causing that to wear one side, meaning is what's happening is the pressure from both brake pads are not doing the same amount of work. That outer one's doing more work than the inner one. And then so that's the next thing is if you only got half the brake pad working, your ability to stop is going to be unbelievable
Yeah,
bad.
I can't like how hot that could have or had to have gotten,
Right.
on the one side. So this was the inside pad that it was running against, but then there you can see the backing plate to the outside pad that was just completely gone.
Yeah. But
And
to
then-
hear that noise for that long, because that, like you said, that didn't happen overnight. That wasn't a 2 or 3 day deal either. There's what a new rotor should look like.
This is a whole new setup on what it should have looked like.
So now to wear that much metal, that's several thousand miles of driving.
Yeah, 100%.
From that part. Well, you are pretty tech savvy today.
Easy now.
Hey, Rick Omrard's online. Good morning, Rick. And from that part too. Hey, Nick Roberts, I see you're watching. Why don't you dial up? We need to talk about Race Open House coming up February 21st. If you want to call up and talk about what all we got going on there for Race Open House, you don't want to miss that. February 21st. We moved it back a week to try to get around some of the racing going on down in Florida and stuff at Speed Weeks. And yeah, some great racing going on down right now at Volusia with the UMP Modifieds. They had a hell of a race last night. Ken Schrader's down there. He missed it by one spot getting in the big show last night. But there's a lot of modifieds down there, man.
Yeah.
And some some big boys down there running hard.
Were you itching?
Oh boy, was I fucking been itching, Josh. But yeah, to watch those, it's a big half mile like a fairgrounds. It was a little bit more rounder, but it's wider. And I'm telling you, it was glass slick last night.
Really?
I mean, it black slick. It didn't rubber up or nothing like that, but they know how to dial that track in. That thing was fast and slick. And I'm telling you, I watched Ken Schrader come on the restart. And he's on the outside and he shot down in there and it just slid up on like he's on glass. I mean, it's just, I was rooting for him hard. Imagine that, right?
There you go.
So some great racing at Volusia. So Nick Roberts is jumping here. Let's talk about Race Open House coming up. February 21st. Also, February 7th is our tech meeting with IMCA. So anybody's listening there, if the tech deal on Saturday morning, we're going to open it up at 8 o'clock, have a little breakfast. And then Dave Brin, the head tech inspector from IMCA, will be here. And he is going to go over all the changes that they made. And it's the most changes I've ever seen IMCA make ever. And Josh, I will tell you, I am a little butthurt about the changes.
Because now you're not there.
I'm not there. Not racing that modified.
Well, I can always get back in.
Oh, yeah, can. It ain't happening for a while. But the difference is me and Nick have always complained and fought about these deck heights.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch these guys that deck height jump up there in the air, and you just know they're doing something illegal, but they can't get caught or whatever. Well, now they've stopped it because we now have what they call a droop rule and a minimum deck height. So when you roll into the tech, you're going to make sure you have to stand at least so tall. And then you can't go any higher than, I don't know what the measurement is from that part. But now they finally put that into play, which is going to level the playing field. And I've watched some racing out there at Arizona, and you can tell it already. Those old modifieds, instead of being all jacked up in the back, coming around the corner like that, they're all laid back down and everything too. So it's changed the game.
Yeah.
And then they removed a brake floater, which the brake floater helps you stick the car in the corner for the left rear. And they've taken that away. Now, next thing is tech and all this stuff is crucial. So that's why we're bringing Dave Brin in. So these tech inspectors, the track promoters, track owners will be in there in the morning from 8 till noon. Then we'll have some lunch. And then I'm inviting all the drivers that want to come in and talk to Dave. And I'm telling you, if I was a driver, I'd want to come talk to Dave, show me how you're checking these cars, tell me what you're doing on this droop rule. Because it's new. I mean, the droop rule's only been in effect for late models, super late models.
Yeah.
It's crucial how you tech it, how you inspect it. And it's kind of like a deal that we were racing out at Hayes, and Jake finished third, so he had to go to tech. And as we're pulling on the scale, our left rear tire is going down. Okay. So the question is now, what happens? Because basically how the droop rule works is you take the left rear and you jack it up to where the tire just comes off. They got a little shovel they slide under the tire, and they jack it up just enough for that tire to come off the ground, and then they go back on the rear deck and measure how high you are, and you can only be so high. It's called the droop rule.
But if there's no air in it, then
there you go.
Yeah.
There's where the crucial part comes in. So the tire's going down as he comes in. By the time he pulls up the tech, the tire's flat. So the first thing they said, they wanted me to put another tire on. I said, "Oh no, 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 no. That's not fair at all because number one, we measure the tire
swells, yeah.
diameters before they go out. The tire that I got laying for a spare, I have not measured it. I haven't checked the air in it because if it can be too much air, not enough air, or whatever. And so it was a battle there for a while how they were going to rule us and what they were going to do with us. And finally, they end up saying, just jack the car up and measure it because that's all you can do. You can't let me put so much air in it because they tell me to put air in it. I'm just going to put a little bit of air in it. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because the more air you put in the tire, and especially on those late model tires, they're going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is you don't realize how much wear wears off one of those tires too during a race. So that's some of the things I talked to Dave Brent about is being able to have these tech guys be able to handle these situations when they happen. Because it's going to happen again.
Well, yeah. You can make all the best plans work until somebody hits you in the face. And
there you go. So the next thing is like everybody, you want your right front to be sticking to the ground when you're going in the corner and stuff like that. So they put what they call tie down in these right front shocks. So if a guy has too much tie down that right front, rolls into the pits to do that and holds that right front down, you start jacking it up. Guess your deck's going to go higher and you're going to be illegal again.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a crucial thing, and that's why we're bringing this in. This is our second year to do this. So excited for February 7th. And then all you drivers, bring your cars if you want to. Dave will help you with your car, inspect your cars, all that kind of stuff too. We're going to do some videoing of Dave checking the droop rule so they can send that out to all the country and show how to do the proper droop rule check and everything else too. So,
I mean, it's much better to have the discussion in that type of an environment, right? Instead
100%.
of live on the track and, tensions are probably high anyways and everything else. And then trying to decide something in the heat of the battle versus
there was a little heat of the battle there in Hayes when we were trying to tell me what to do. Of course, every other driver started saying, you got to do this, got to do that. And I looked all over and I said, right now, this is between me, my car, and this tech guy right here.
Yeah.
Nobody else has anything to say about this. And they all started getting all mad at me. I said, this isn't your car. This isn't your decision. You're not a tech inspector. This guy right here and me are going to decide how this is going. He's going to tell me what I need to do, and that's the rule of the deal. So anyway, he just let me jack the car up, which is what he should have done. Let me just jack it up. We measure it. Guess what? We're 2 inches under droop rule.
Yeah.
But because of that. But again, it is what it is. But I will promise you, my droop rule is fine. That's one thing you're never going to catch me cheating. If I get caught on a droop rule, something broke during that race or something like that, because me and Nick are on spot with that to measure it each time we go out there too.
Well, and then too, just with the change in the rules and things being new, I mean, there may be instances or scenarios where people just don't know or aren't aware, and then that's what this helps bring out and just brings clarity to what that is, right?
Yep. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Oh, we missed Tim's question.
We did.
Do brake pads still need to be break in new brake pads? No.
So,
not anymore.
It's a great question.
Yeah, it is
for sure. And what I will tell you though is, and with the newer pads now, and you get semi-ceramic and all the different types of pads, I will say that you probably maybe get a little bit more brake dust within the first couple thousand miles of those pads being installed and running. But I don't know, for the most part, and again, it all depends on the pad that you select and what you use. And of course, we're using, Motorcraft quality pads. They do a phenomenal job for sure. But I mean, you can go out there and find brake pads for freaking probably $9 or $10, but I sure wouldn't want that on my vehicle, and to depend on stopping on something like that would be crazy.
Big difference is with the manufacturers, they have to go through crash tests, brake tests, all kinds of stuff to pass to be able to put those parts on those cars. The aftermarket world has no regulations whatsoever. They can do that, and they will build a brake pad that will probably pit 4 or 5 different cars and make it different mold or do some different cutting on it or whatever. But then the material they use, I mean, they have no regulations what they can or can't use. And it's always a price war out there. So in the aftermarket world, they're going to be price. The only way to build that price is build a cheaper brake pad. So that's just one thing I would not want to skimp on as a brake pads or whatever to either too.
That's, I can remember back in high school, always wanting to kind of soup something up and make it go. And I don't know, I guess the older I got, then it became more of okay, well, how do we stop it first? And then we'll worry. I mean, I can remember driving stuff around, drum brakes, all, and I mean, it'd go like hell, but
things without brakes.
I know. Yeah. 100%. And I don't just how dangerous it was. And, but yeah, you got to be able to stop before you can go for sure. I mean,
Yeah, I'd
that's
say
extremely
probably the
crucial.
wildest thing I ever did. Me and my buddy Johnny Walton. We were into the doom buggies at this stage of our life.
Okay.
Anyway, so he had found I don't even remember what that car was, and we cut it down real short. I mean, the wheelbase probably was like 50 inches. I mean, it was short. And we put a make windshield in it and stuff. And then we put a big block.
Oh,
Hold on. Big block tunnel ram dual fours in that thing. Okay. Put on a set of tires around that thing. And of course, he kind of lived out west of Halstead there. And I mean, oh my, we even got a video camera out back then. And I held on to the video camera as we're trying to drive this thing down the road. Okay. And I'm telling you, the thing.
you mean a video camera?
Yeah, it's about that big too. It's holding it on my shoulder. And just listen to that thing going and watch it going down the road, trying to keep it straight as he's trying.
Oh,
Oh,
I bet. Yeah.
We're lucky to be alive for a lot of those things that we do. I can tell you, it is what it is too. So yeah. There was at the first time we drove the thing, I know there was no brakes on the thing. We had,
Oh yeah.
we're so itching just to
took
go.
off. Yeah.
Itching.
We're just testing it. All we're gonna do is test it.
Exactly. Wide open.
And then the test gets a little more aggressive and a little more aggressive and a little more aggressive. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, 316-462-3673. First question of the day, the last day in the teens. I'm a weatherman today. I can promise you it's the last day in the teens. That's what I'm forecasting.
Last day below the teens. So
That would be 13, Josh.
huh?
That's 13. So you mean 12? Teens. No more teens. 20 is going to be the lowest temperature we're going to have.
I'm rooting for you.
Well, I got to guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. What do you think? Last day in the teens? I hope so.
It's that, I don't know. We're February. I mean, today's the last day. Well, not today, but tomorrow's the last day of.
We already got a month shot in this month.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
For sure.
it is.
I do have something else I was going to show.
Oh, what do you got
that,
now? You're a tech guy.
Yeah. If this works as well as it did the first time. So
Or Goose.
let's go back here.
Goose, you got any updates on Mid-America Dragway? If you want to call in, we'd love to hear from you. Any updates you have happening over there? I know you do a little bit of dirt work, but I'm afraid the ground's a little frozen now to be able to do any dirt work out there. Uh-oh.
It's all right.
In the world
It's
you got coming up
back.
here?
Okay. So
I was looking at your picture already.
oh yeah. So we kind of talked about this a little bit the other day, but this was at wiring that was performed. So this it was a company vehicle, and they had one of their employees add cameras to the bedside of this truck, and these cameras needed wire power and ground to it is all they needed. And so they mounted the cameras on the bedside right at the back of the cab.
What were the pippers behind having the cameras there?
I'm not real sure what the deal was there, but anyways, they ran the wire. So I'll go to the back picture here. So this is between the cab and the bed.
Oh my.
But you can see the gap that it's in there. But and then this right here is like the back glass.
He just drilled a hole in the cab?
Yeah, just drilled a hole from the inside of the cab out and then run that wire down in between there. But look at
it's going to rub through there real quick, and it's going to
in no time at all, right?
Yeah.
So they brought the truck in because it had a check engine light. Is what I lost it. Okay. Brought the truck in because it had a check engine light. So there's a kind of a wider angle of how that wire is run up there. Well, so this is now from the inside going out to the back of the cab.
That drill bit got a little loose on him.
Uh-huh. But I'm thinking, look at all the sharp edges.
It's going to cut right through that wire.
I mean, the other side of that, there's no
water intrusion.
Yeah. There's nothing to prevent any type of water intrusion or anything along the lines of that. And then, so again, that one. Now this is, so it came through the back of the cab, and this is down. So this is under, well, not, so between the driver's seat and the door seal on the floorboard of the truck. And they had drilled through the bottom side up.
Oh, mercy. That's the bottom of the bed? Down the cab.
This is the bottom of the floor of the vehicle going up through the.
I mean,
up
it brought
through the
that
floor.
wire through there, through that whole loom.
But they had no idea that loom was there. Because
look at where that chewed on the wire.
Oh no, yeah, we've got. I mean, look at all these.
Oh mercy.
Yeah, absolutely insane. All the so the green ones aren't showing up because of the green screen, but you can see where it chewed through all these wires and broke all those wires.
Wow.
And
so please, if you don't need some advice or need some help or whatever, let us help you with this stuff instead of trying to do some.
And then so then it went down through the floor, out under the come up by the brake booster here, but they've got this cable is literally just laying on the engine harness.
He did not. That's where they left the wire.
That's how it was. That's how it was routed, just like that, right over
across the top of the motor.
Yeah, across the top of the motor, right like that, and then it goes. It went straight to the battery, and here's the biggest thing of all: no fuse.
Oh hell, what do you need a fuse for, Josh?
Well, at this point, you don't, but. Yeah, just straight up to the power and ground of it. And so, I mean, just the, again, amount of things that happened on that thing that could have been prevented is just crazy. Just absolutely.
I'm in awe.
Absolutely crazy.
Okay, hey, we got a caller, Josh.
Yeah, I'm going to get them sent
caller
through.
Paula will be online here in just a little bit. We'll get here and patch her Paula through. We'll see if she's the meteorologist of the day or not. Also, and God, I still can't believe that.
Like I said, everybody's rooting for you.
Oh, I know. I got it. Rick Almirage with me too. He agrees with me.
He says you're good to go. Okay.
Yeah, he agrees with me.
Okay. Hey, let's go to the phones. Good morning. You're on live with Under the Hood.
Oh, my son will be so excited. He wanted to hear me on the phone. I have a very unpopular opinion.
Okay.
And I know it's unpopular, but I don't care. I do not see what the big deal is over a Corvette. They are the ugliest little cars. They look like insects or bugs. And then you see this big buff guy who's folding himself up like a pretzel to get in it. And I'm just not impressed.
Okay. So,
I would rather see somebody pull up in a the word is a muscle car. I mean, to me, that's attractive. That's like, oh, I'm here. But those little, I'm sure you'll get lots of calls about how beautiful the Corvette is, but it's just ugly.
Okay, Paula, do you specifically mean the new body style Corvette, or do you mean any Corvette?
I mean any Corvette.
Oh, shots fired. Oh.
They just don't impress me.
Yeah,
it's like, and they never have.
Yeah, Paul, I get it. That's why they, all these manufacturers make different things and stuff like that. And some people don't like them, some people do, back and forth. And I know where Josh was going with this when he said the new body style, the older ones from that part. But the
well, of course, I'm more accepting of the older style because I like classic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's my thing: is I'm with you on that part too, and not being biased because the general manager of a Ford store or whatever either. But I don't know, when they went to the mid-engine Corvette, I've been in them, I drove them. I can't see out of them, I can't get out of them, everything else like that from that part. But I've got a few buddies that got them and just love them to death and everything else too. We got several customers bring them in and love them to death too. But I'd take my GT500 over that Corvette.
And you mentioned something that triggered. You can't see out of them.
Oh, I can't anyway. Maybe I'm too short.
I don't think anyone can see well out of them. Their line of sight is not well thought out.
Yeah. So what's your favorite car then?
My favorite car
Yes.
is an old muscle car.
Okay.
My husband and I used to have a 65 4-on-the-floor Super Sport. I loved it.
Yeah.
A 67 Impala,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
you know, like supernatural. Oh my gosh, those are beautiful. Now, nowadays, my son says they don't make good muscle cars anymore, and they probably don't, which is why I'm stuck in the past. But
So yeah,
if you can't have, how about a nice Jeep? Not a girly Jeep like I drive, but a guy Jeep. Something that says I'm a man.
There you go.
that's so on
And I
the
know-
on the Corvette side of things, I think the other side of it though is maybe not so much appearance, but just actual performance and how well the car performs versus dollar value for performance. You know, is I'm sure has something to do with it. I mean, the appearance side of it too is that's why like Phil said, that's why they make so many different makes and models for sure.
Yeah. Now,
You may be right on that. My
Yeah.
son told me, he says, that's because you've never ridden in one or driven one.
oh, okay.
He says that he has a Corvette.
Okay. So what year
And he
Corvette
said-
does he got?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's yellow.
Hey, good color.
It's not the new body style.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a classic. But he says you've never ridden in one or driven, or then you'd probably like it. And I'm like, no, I doubt it.
You better take his for a drive.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he wants me to, but I'm just like, okay, this is the thing too. Reveal too much about myself, but I'm a big girl, and I just can't imagine me squishing myself into that Corvette.
Well, I get that too. Paula, I got a 93, and every time I get in and out of it, it's a pain for me, and it's so yeah, I feel your pain on that part of it too, but it's still, I think you need to go drive a Corvette. You really do. You need to get in your sons to go drive it.
Before I disrespect it too much, but I got to tell you, I'm 72 years old, almost 73, and I've never felt the need to get into a Corvette.
Yeah.
I
Feel a
just
need
don't
for
like
speed.
them. But I'll take your advice, and of course I'm just going by, here I am in kind of a girly Jeep, a Renegade.
Yeah.
And this guy pulls along beside me, and he's in his Corvette. He's a big guy. I mean, I can't even hardly see his head. And the car is so much lower than mine, and I'm just like, it just is not an attractive look. And I don't understand the women and girls who are so wowed by them. I'm just like, anyway.
Yeah, I get it.
I guess to each his own, but so I just had to get that off my head and that old Wichita think about.
We're going to have a battle going on against the Corvette guys versus the Mustang guys here in a little bit.
Could potentially.
You know what? I have driven a Mustang, and I was scared to death the whole time I was driving it because I couldn't see well out of it.
What year of Mustang was
and
that?
then my daughter,
What year of Mustang was that?
Oh gosh, this is my daughter's. That's probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the line of sight was horrible. And my daughter even had an accident, ran into a pole. She said she couldn't see it.
Huh.
And I'm like, well, that doesn't surprise me because when I got in it, the whole time I was thinking, gosh, there could be someone in my blind spot. I wouldn't see them.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
it. Of course, it's obvious. I drive a girly Jeep. That's my favorite kind of vehicle. And I would drive a regular Jeep, a Wrangler. I have in the past.
Do you have the ducks on your windshield?
Of course.
All right. How many you got?
Well, right now I only have 3. I used to share the car with my daughter, and she used to drive it. And some of the little ducks were hers, and
She
she
took
took them.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
You're supposed to stay with
she
the Jeep,
took
I
her
thought.
ducks. Well, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think. But so right now I only have 3. And
All right, well,
anyway,
it's
but
better
when
than
I'm
2.
looking at the window, I can see everything. I can see all the way around. And it's good in snow and ice and.
Yeah, you're not going to get around real well in a sports car in snow or ice, are you?
Nope.
No,
Sure not.
no.
Sure not.
So anyway,
Hey, do you think that we're done seeing below 20-degree temperatures for this year after today?
I forecasted that today.
I'm going to say no,
That's okay.
and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It seems like the seasons were slipped. Since I was a kid, we used to get our bad weather in November, December, January, and nowadays it seems like it slips. We don't even hardly get it for Christmas. It's like way into March, it's still colder than all get out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still
Plus, I
forecasting it.
must admit, I had a house fire 32 years ago, burned my house down in
Ooh.
January,
Oh,
and
sorry
it
about
was
that.
the coldest thing ever. So you might be right.
I'm telling you, I got a feeling.
Well,
I got a feeling.
Yeah. I don't think cold though. I just don't go out in it. That's the joy
Well,
of being retired.
There you go.
Good for you. I wished I didn't have to go out in it either, but here I go. So
Oh, I know. But cold doesn't really bother me. You know, I can pile on plenty of warm, and the car's warm. I usually don't even wear a coat.
Yeah.
It's the snow and the ice too. And I worry for other people. My son drives 35 miles to work, and my daughter does the same because we live outside of Wichita. We live a little west of it. And I worry about them out there driving on it. It only takes one little patch of black ice and
There you go.
you're spinning.
yeah, been there, done that too.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, but I hope you're right for everyone else. But like I said, the cold doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I get it. That's why we're all different and everything else like that. It didn't bother me. I just don't like it because I can't put enough on to get warm. That's what I can't do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You must be thin.
Well, I don't know about that.
See, I got all this extra insulation on me, and I stay warm. I'm warm all the time.
Yeah, I get it. So, well, Paul, I really
Plus,
appreciate you. Go ahead.
I was going to say one thing. I even take the trash out to the trash barefooted in the
Oh,
snow.
wow.
It really does help me.
Cools you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't catch me doing that.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, Paul, thanks for the call. Thanks for the comments. And I'm going to hope that I'm right and you're wrong about the teens. So we'll see. Coming up at you.
I do. I'll remind you later because I'll keep an eye on it.
Please do.
She's going to keep you on point.
Bye-bye,
Stay
guys.
tuned for the
Have a
real
good day,
answer.
Paula.
You too.
Thanks for talking.
Bye.
Hey, everybody, 316-462-3673. Now, I'll tell you, Josh, I think now we can be official. Done since 2004, this show started. We've talked about everything.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay?
Oh,
I think we
awesome.
have been. I
She's
still think the best show ever was when we were on the showroom floor and that gentleman called in about changing oil. And instead of using a cartridge oil filter, he's using toilet paper.
yeah. She is gonna monitor the weather and she's
Oh, I'm in
calling you
trouble.
out. It's
Okay, I just hope I'm right, but I don't know, but I hope I'm right.
Oh, good gosh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I do remember that, and just in awestruck, right?
And then I remember Dennis, he just flat out asked him, so what do you use, Charmin or what? He's like, yeah, I use Charmin.
So that's one thing you and I were talking about the other day, just in general conversation, just about this industry in general. And I mean, there's so much goes on and happens, and it's hard to be taken back by something, right?
Man,
Like you
I've
see so
seen
much,
about-
you see so many different, mechanical breakdowns and and that's why too, we get into situations where, you work on a vehicle and the customer, picks it up, and then they potentially have an issue, right away. And sometimes it's related to what you did, and sometimes it's not related to what you did. And, trying to have those conversations and be honorable and professional and,
Yeah.
be transparent as to what's going on. But I don't, you will never catch me tell somebody after that they've had something repaired that there's no way that whatever we did caused or did not cause whatever the new thing is until you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've just been involved in so many different situations or repairs.
I get that too, because there's so many things can affect things today and stuff like that too. You're right, Josh. You just don't know till you get the car and read back and look at it and say, okay, but then there's going to be times when it had nothing to do with what we did.
Yep. 100%.
I still remember the one that sticks in my, all the things pop in my head back and forth. And I remember this is over when we was over at the Chevy store in Hutch, Josh, and we had guy bring a truck in for a recall. And the recall was for that brake switch. I don't remember what we did. It's been so long ago we did that thing. But as he left, his brake lights weren't working. So naturally, just worked on the brake switch. He thinks the lights are bad. Well, back then, those GM trucks, we had those bulbs went into a circuit board in the taillights.
Mm-hmm.
And those circuit boards, you just push the bulbs in. You unscrew that back at the tail light, and you push the bulbs in and screw it back together. Well, the reason his brake lights weren't working is that circuit board had just completely rusted and went bad. Well, he was bound and determined that since we worked on that brake switch that we needed to fix those taillights. And I said, sir, I'm sorry, but that has nothing to do. We were under the dash. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
You can see, I even took the taillight apart and showed him. He didn't care. He just thought that he had worked on the brakes for the brake recall, that should be covered back with the recall. I said, sir, it's not. It's just the switch. It has nothing to do with clear back here on the back. And I mean, he got, was ready to get physical with me over it. And I finally just told him to get in his truck and he could leave after he's getting physical. And I got told, well, you need to put me in my truck. Well, guess what? It wasn't going to happen by me.
Yeah.
About that time, I think 3 or 4 of the technicians had stood up and heard what was going on and came up there. And then he left. And probably 2 days later, he came back in and apologized to me. But again, it's one of those situations until, like you said, until you look it over, see what you got. There's so many things that can affect stuff and different things that happen. And just like that guy bring that truck in for a check engine light. I bet he had no idea that wiring that he did to that wiring on those had anything to do with that check engine light.
But
it did.
Completely not oblivious, but just assume that there was something going on with it outside of that for sure.
And just think that wiring turned on a check engine light, and it's just trying to diagnose these cars. You cannot diagnose them off reading the code, and it tells you what's wrong with it. Think about that one. How many codes that truck had?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, which one are you going to work on first?
Yeah. Where do you start? Right. So,
Well, anyway, Josh, it's been a fun show. Paula was the highlight of the show. My prediction of this is the last day in the teens and the weather.
20 and above from here on out.
There you go. And just keep getting warmer and warmer as we keep moving along every day. So anyway, remember Race Open House, February 21st. Going to be a lot of fun here. Jordan Whitehead's going to be cooking taco bars again like we did last year. That'll be fun. Lunch will be 11 to 1. Open the doors at 9 to 4. With Lisa setting up the great plans and exciting stuff for that. We a lot of giveaways, a lot of prizes, a lot of stuff, a lot of specials. So be ready for all that. Race Open House, February 21st. And then again, you IMCA guys or anybody working on IMCA cars, the tech deal, February 7th. Tech personnel, track promoters, track owners will be there in the morning, 8 till noon. We'll have some lunch again. And then from 1 to whenever it lasts till 4 o'clock, you racers want to come in and talk to Dave, talk about the new rules, talk about the new stuff, bring your cars, let him tech your cars, do whatever you want to do. Bring 100 cars. I don't care. Bring them up. And we'll be in the parts warehouses where we will be. So a lot of fun, exciting stuff coming up here. And races, we say it's right around the corner. We really don't have an off season anymore.
Just go, go, go.
It is. So everybody have a warm Saturday because this is the last day in the teens. I'm predicting. I'm a weather forecaster today. I'm a meteorologist today, Josh.
How about we settle for it's the last day of last Saturday of January. You good with that?
I'm good with that one too. Might as well say, hey, it's also 9:46 on Saturday morning. How about that? So, hey, everybody, have a great Saturday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And Paula, thanks for being the highlight of the show. It was fun. So, everybody, have a great day. We'll talk to you next Saturday, 9 o'clock.